What's up guys, welcome to my first career mode video on FIFA 14. My god, I am so excited, it's finally here. If you're wondering how I've got it early, all you need to do is get the season ticket. Go ahead and Google it. I know there's a lot of people that are going to be commenting saying, how have I got the game? It's the early release thanks to getting the season ticket, which costs £20 I think it is, but it has loads of other benefits. I don't want to get into it now, just go ahead and Google it. But it's time guys, FIFA 14 is now here, and as you know, it's time to start my first career mode. It's the first thing I always do when I get the brand new game. I will be doing some Ultimate Team, but for now, it's time to start a manager career. Look at Pellegrini looking fresh here. Now, I know a lot of people want me to do Arsenal. I want to do Arsenal, so that is the team I'm going to do. But I just want to say right now, guys, this year I'm going to get out more career modes than I did in 13, maybe even more than 12. And what I'm planning to do is just take a job. You know, take a job every time. You know, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But for now, Arsenal is the team I'm going to be going with. £25.5 million. It's not enough. It is simply not enough. We have more than that. Although you could say, after buying Ozil, which you can see is down at the bottom there behind Giroud, we would have blown a lot of our cash. So, you know, whatever, we'll work with that. But our weekly wages is extremely high at 1.9 million. So that's not too bad. We're rated 4.5 stars, which I think is a little bit underrated. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. 80 attack, 81 midfield, and 80 defending. Let's go ahead and set this up. So, we want to be going on world class, 4 minutes. That's what I like to do. Emirates Stadium, of course. We're going to go ahead and download the latest squads. And this is something new. It says here you can disable the first summer transfer window. So if you're not interested in playing or simming or, you know, being part of the transfer window, I believe if you put this to on, it means you skip to pretty much the start of the season. So that is pretty cool, but we all know why we like career mode. It's changing the team around, it's buying players, so we're going to leave that off. I'm going to take off the Global Transfer Network tutorial because I know how it works. But you guys, if you're unfamiliar with the new Global Transfer Network, I recommend you watch the tutorial because it is kind of complicated. And it's basically the new way of signing youth players. And if you want to get a world-class player for your first team, it's a good way of doing it. It's a lot less accurate than knowing the player himself and then actually just going ahead and scouting that direct player. These guys in the Global Transfer Network are brilliant though. And by the guys, I mean the staff that you already have at the club. For example, I believe Arsenal already have 3 scouts already, so that's going to be pretty nice. I'm going for Mr. MGH as usual. Don't need to change anything else. And there we go, MGH set to take Arsenal by storm. So unfortunately guys, Arsene Wenger is out and MGH is in. We still love Arsene Wenger. He'll be working on the executive board or whatever. But it's time to get a brand new fresh manager, and that is going to be myself. And I'm going to take this team as far as I can take them. And for me, my ultimate target, I think, is Season 3 Champions League winners. I think that's a realistic target. So let's talk about signings, because that's the first thing I want to focus on. Oh, hang on. Can Arsenal live without Shamak? Come on. Yes, we can live without Shamak. We've got Bentler now, yeah. In terms of signings, we're going to look at the squad, and we'll determine what I want to do with the squad there. Because, you know, you think about Arsenal midfield, it's very good. The defence is pretty good, maybe lacking one player to help with the squad depth. And with strikers, I think that's where we need to improve. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So we're going to go ahead and save here. I'm going to go ahead and call it Arsenal. This is going to be a long video, guys. I always do a long video at the start of career modes when the game is released. I think last year my video was 55 minutes, which is it's quite a long time. It won't be as long as that one today because my internet is nowhere near as fast as it used to be, so uploading that would mean you guys wouldn't get your Arsenal career mode fix before probably Tuesday. So I think this one will be around the 30-minute mark, so if you want to go and grab a drink, some food, now is the time. Just hit pause and we'll see you in a minute. But anyway, if you've just got back and you've got your food and popcorn, here we go. This is the brand new interface of FIFA 14's career mode. It's lovely. I've got to say it's a little bit laggy. I think that could be because it's like, you know, the early release. It's not the disc version, who knows. But either way, it's looking nice. It does look very nice. So instead of just getting email pop-ups, they always pop up in your kind of email hub. The first one here is the league objective from the Arsenal board. So they're thinking I should be able to win the league title. It's quite a high demand that I'm not sure we'll be able to win the title straight away, but we'll try. Introducing the Global Transfer Network. So, this is where you can go ahead and add your instructions. And I have 3 scouts, so what you can do is you can go into here and you can select, what position you want, what age you want, what contracts, doesn't really matter too much. And here you can select either any attributes or you can have a total of 6. So if you wanted a custom player, that you wanted first team quality, dribbler, blah, 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 you just select all the ones you want. I'm not going to do this just yet. I'm going to go ahead and come back out here and we will do this another time. Yes, we want to delete. So this is Kyle Wilbraham. He's one of my scouts and he's one of them that is ready to go now. We've got 3 here. We've got Marcus Elmander. The judgment isn't great there, 2 stars. Same with Zavon Spur. And we've got a 3-star judgment. So I'm going to keep these guys ready because I'm not sure what I want to scout yet. What you need to do is look at the squad first. So here is the transfer market information. Remember that a player's value will vary based on their form, time remaining on their contract, and how important they are to their club. So this time, I think it's going to be a lot harder to sign players, guys. I just have a feeling that this career mode in general is going to be a lot more difficult than in the past. It seems a lot more, a little bit more realistic so far. Right, they want me to reach the final of the domestic cup as well. For me, I know in the cup I want to use as many youth players as I can because I will be focusing on the FA Cup, the Champions League and the Premier League. But the League Cup, I'm thinking it's a good chance to get my youth players some experience. So that's what we'll be doing there. So, let's go ahead and we're going to go to transfers. So we've got no instructions defined at the moment, but you can search players. So the first thing I want to say, guys, is knowing your stuff. Knowing your football stuff in this career mode is going to be better than ever before. If you know certain players are good in FIFA, you can skip a lot of problems having to scout them because in this year's FIFA, when you scout a player, the first time you see them, you have no idea of their stats. You have no idea how good they are. So you have to base your knowledge on it. You know that, for example, I'm going to go ahead and search for Yilmaz because I think he will be an absolute monster in this game and I know he's probably 80 or 81 rated. His last name has an accent in it, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is go to League and then go to Rest of the World. Team, we want Galatasaray, there we go. We're going to go ahead and search that and you'll see what I mean here. So signing players in general, guys, is going to be a lot harder, but I know what type of player I want and that I think Yilmaz is a perfect fit. So here's Burak Yilmaz. You can see I would never have been able to type that second name. It's got an accent or it's a different type of I think. I'm not sure. But if we go ahead and look at his stats, you can see we don't know his overall. We know what he's good at: finishing, heading accuracy, shot power. We know he's 27. He's 6'2". We get to see his work rates, his positions, his weak foot skill moves, all that stuff. We don't see any of his specialities, nothing like that. And you can see what else he's good at. That is it. That's all you know. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, because I think this is the kind of guy I want. We've got Giroud up front, but we don't have any world-class striker behind him. And I'm not saying Giroud is world-class, but he's the kind of player I want to use. I want to use him in this career mode. I need backup. I need a backup striker. And I think Yilmaz, basing my knowledge off what I've seen in real life, this guy is strong, he's pacey, he's good in the air, and in Ultimate Team in FIFA 13, he was very good. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Wilbraham to scout Yilmaz, not Wilmaz. I'm going to add him to my shortlist as well, and I'm going to inquire. And the reason I'm going to inquire so early is because we will get a price, a value, and potentially his wage as well. So at least we know what kind of funds we're talking about. So we're going to go ahead and leave that like that. For now, I think I'm happy with Yilmaz. Let's go ahead and check out the squad because that is the most important thing. How is the squad looking? You can see it's a little bit laggy. It's taking me a little while to get used to this. So let's go into team management. It looks very Ultimate Team-like, doesn't it? It's pretty new to me. I'm quite happy with that formation, although I might be going with a proper 4-2-3-1. That's kind of like a custom one, but I'll use that for now. So you'll notice that the squad is what was used on the weekend. For example, we've got Wilshere out on the left midfield. He's not really, a born left winger, but he can play there. So this was updated, I think it was last night. So what I'm going to do is put the whole team in now. So players like Santi Cazorla, I know he's injured in real life, but we're going to have him on, obviously. So I think Flamini's going to have to be dropped at this point. And I think this will be the first team, actually. If I just move Wilshere back in and Santi Cazorla out on the left. I think this is the team that I'm going to go with this season. So we've got Chesney in goal, Sanya, Mertesacker, Koscielny and Gibbs, Wilshere and Ramsey in the CDM role. Can't believe Ramsey's only a 78. It's an embarrassment. I guess you could say because of his last season's performance, it wasn't that good. Walcott on the right, Cazorla on the left, the mighty Ozil in the middle. And by the way, you're thinking he's got 85 strength, right? Wrong. There's reactions at the bottom now, so you've actually got to go up one to look at strength. It's a little bit odd at first. And also, what is up with this guy's stamina? I'm hoping that's going to get a bit better. Only 62. And then there is Giroud, the Hansen bugger. Right, I'm going to go ahead and sort out the bench, guys. And I will show you in a sec because it's not exactly the most fun to watch. Okay, guys, I've got the team ready. And let's go to the reserves here and I'll show you where our problems are. So straight away, you know, I've got them all in order here. We only have one centre-back and one right-back. 2 defenders on the reserves, which is just not enough. On the bench, we've got Vermaelen and Monreal. So, you know, don't get me wrong, they're pretty decent. They're good enough to be on the bench at least. But we need a centre-back. We do need another centre-back. You know, Vermaelen's injury-prone, I believe. I want to double-check that because if he is, then we will definitely need to get a replacement in. Yep, injury-prone. Yeah, so straight away I'm seeing we need to bring in a centre-back, maybe even a left-back, but then Monreal can step in for Gibbs, and that is okay. We can also play Firmini at left-back if we have to. We've got lots of strikers, so at the moment I'm not too worried about that. These guys will all grow. We haven't got a left-winger at all in this, except from Podolski, who, to be honest, although he's a left-winger in FIFA, I still see him as more of a you know, behind-the-striker type player. He's good on left, don't get me wrong, but we are lacking a proper left winger because Cazorla, don't get me wrong, again, like Podolski, is not really a left winger but can do a decent job there. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe in January, maybe next season, we bring in an actual left winger because I think Yilmaz is going to be quite expensive. So really, what we need is a centre-back and a striker. So I think Yilmaz is an absolutely perfect acquisition for Arsenal at this point to step in for Giroud, quite similar to him. And you know, I spoke about him when I did my transfer targets. So what we're going to do is set up a new instruction here for one of my scouts to find a centre back. So we're going to go for a. Do I absolutely need a centre back, or should I just go for a defensive player? I think we have to go for a centre back. Yeah, centre back. I want someone who's relatively young. So I'm thinking between 25. Maybe between 18 and 25. I don't want a 16-year-old because they're not good enough at that age. They need to be really good. I'm actually thinking 19. Like that contract doesn't really bother me. So I want aerial threat. I want defensive minded. I want promising, strong, tall. We've got one more left. I'm going to put pacey. Why not? It means we get someone who's actually agile like Koscielny and a good replacement for Mertesacker. Although Mertesacker I'm definitely going to be using with Koscielny. They're so good. They complement each other in this game. Just making sure that everything else here is not needed. I mean, first team quality, I'm not looking for that really. Just someone who can provide some squad depth. So I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and keep changes. So far we've set up a youth global transfer network instruction. That's how it looks right now with aerial threat. Defensive minded, you can read the rest. The next one I want to do is a left winger, but not for now. I'm just saying so we're ready. So we're going to go for a left midfielder. The age doesn't bother me too much, although I don't want anyone too old, so I'm going to go for 25 again. Contract, again, doesn't bother me. We want to go attack-minded. We want to go for a dribbler, first team quality, pacey, playmaker, and prolific. Yeah, I think that's a good start. We'll go ahead and keep those changes. In terms of striker, I don't need one. I want Yilmaz. I don't need to set up an instruction for that. So you have created scout instructions but have not sent any of your scouts to a region. So let's go ahead and do that now. He's scouting already, so let's go ahead and set this guy up to scout. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go for a defender in Spain or something like that. So let's go ahead and set that up in Spain. Let's go for that. Off you go, Zavon Spur. And Elmanda, left midfielder. I tell you what, The reason I've sent Zavon Spur to Spain is because I kind of want to get Bartra from Barcelona. I think he's such a good young player and will be amazing in a couple of years. So I think because he'll be in Spain, it'll be quicker to scout him. I'm going to leave Almanda for now because it might come in handy having a scout free. So we've got 2 new emails here. So we've got, yeah, we've gone through that. Scouts en route, that is good. He'll be there very soon. So now, I think we're at the point where I can go ahead and skip in a little bit here in advance. So Yilmaz is being scouted right now, and you can see in the bottom left, that new stuff will pop up. And we've got an email already, there's quite a few emails. I am aware that there are some freezing issues with this early release. I'm hoping it's not going to happen to me. In response to your recent inquiry of Burak Yilmaz, we would consider a bid in the region of 14 million. So, my chief executive, as usual, is going to come and help me here. You might want to try and get him for less. I'm going to go balls deep and go for 11, maybe 11.5. I think that should be enough. His wages are 50,000. Yeah, I think 11.5 for Yilmaz is actually a pretty good deal. I'm hoping he's 80 at least. Also, you'll notice here you have player conversations and message archive, so you can save messages. I'm actually going to go ahead and archive that and save it, so I know it was 14 million and I won't forget. But it should be, if I go to here, he's scouting Yilmaz. We're going to go ahead and look at Yilmaz really quick. It should have his price now. Yeah, there you can see. So value 14 million. That's interesting, eh? So you'll also see there's 15 days remaining in the report status. So we're going to be scouting him for 15 days before we've got all the information. We're getting there. We've made a really good start so far, guys. The other guy I was looking at was obviously Ibrahimovic. So we can go ahead and have a look at him if we want. We'll go ahead and see how much he's worth. So let's go and search for Ibrahimovic. Let's reset. Let's go for Ibra. That should be enough to find him. I do like the new searching stuff. You don't have to type the whole name. It's kind of like in the last game, except it's a lot more accurate, which is what I've seemed to discover so far. But I've got a feeling Ibra could be a little bit too expensive. He is an 89 rated player. And you know what? He's quite old. Is it worth spending, crazy amounts of money? I mean, I'm guessing he's going to be 25, maybe even 30 million. So we'll go ahead and see. So there's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, 31 years old. And wow, okay, so we've got all his stats already. Why is that? It must be because he's renowned? I don't know. I'll add him to my shortlist and inquire. I won't scout him because we don't need to. I've got his overall. His value's 21.5 million. It's not too bad, is it? 21. Okay, we'll inquire and we'll see how much comes back. Let's go ahead and go forward a little bit more again. Although, I can't find a calendar, so you can't sim via the calendar anymore. Whoa! What the fuck? PSG, in response to your recent inquiry, 38.5 million. That is ridiculous. That is not cool. His value was only like, what was it, 21? Let's see, if I offer 20, what do we get back? I'm going to offer 20. It's really cheeky, but I can't believe that. That is so expensive. Like, that's not just expensive, that's astronomical. I think I'd rather Yilmaz at this point. Don't forget to leave comments through these videos, guys. Let me know what you're thinking as we're going along, because, it's not just me that's going to be doing this career mode, it's you guys as well. Right, so we've gone through that. Transfer offer accepted for Yilmaz. Great, so we got him for 11.5 potentially. He's on 50,000. He wants 80, but that is quite a lot. I'm going to go ahead and offer 60 and see what happens. I'm guessing he's probably going to deny and say no, I don't want that. And if so, then obviously I'll upgrade it. But I don't want to sign a player that's not in the first team all the time on 80,000 per week. It's quite a lot. So let's see what happens here. And I'm guessing PSG will not accept. So they've done that. Unacceptable. 29.5. Right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. We cannot afford Zlatan. I guess I'm going to have to win the Premiership first. Maybe next season. But then again, he'll be old. So maybe I'll save Ibrahimovic for another career mode. Maybe with, like, a PSG career mode, I can just use him in that. Transfer offer for Koscielny, as if... Ooh. There's something new here. Reject all offers and disallow future offers. So I'm guessing that's for players that you know for 100% you do not want to sell. And Koscielny is that type of player. There's no way I'd sell Koscielny. No luck in Spain. Oh no. Seriously? No luck whatsoever? You might want to consider broadening your scout instruction criteria or relocating me. That's cool that you can move them. I can add a new instruction. We'll go for any position. Let's go for let's look for a young star. Let's do that. So let's go for 16 to 20 and go for any. No, I want promising. I want a promising player. All right, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. He'll find something. Any position, promising. He should be able to find something. No problem there. You can delete these emails now. Koscielny is going nowhere. That is absolutely never going to happen in this career mode. Koscielny will be with me until he retires, for me anyway. And there's another 2 emails. Right, contract offer accepted. There we go, guys. That is my first official signing. And we've got 14 million left. That is a good deal. 11.5 and 60,000 per week for Yilmaz. That is, I'm really happy about that. International management, not right away. New signing arriving. Let's go ahead and stick him in the team. It means, unfortunately, I'm going to have to drop a player. Who's it going to be? Because on the bench, it's full of all my favourites, you know? Oh, that's tough. That is tough. We've got Flamini, Arteta, and Rosicky. Right, let's check age. I think Rosicky's 32. Yeah, 32, 31. Flamini's 29. I really do like Flamini, so I'm thinking... I do feel bad about it, but Rosicky, I think he's going to have to go on my reserves. I'm really sorry, Rosicky, but Arteta and Flamini, I think, provide more for me there in this team. So I do feel bad about that because I really do like Rosicky, but, you know, it's part of the game, guys. You've got to be ruthless. I'm the new manager. I do what I want. So this means, stupid laggy menu, Yilmaz is number 18, and he is my new backup striker. What a way to get a new player. And he is 81 overall. Let's have a look through his stats here. His heading accuracy is great. His shot power is great. His finishing is really good. I'm so excited that I've got him. Look at his standing tackling as well, 51. That's quite good for a striker. And there you can see, he's only 27, so we're going to get at least 4 seasons out of him. And I love those work rates. That is brilliant. So there we go. I think actually it's just a defender now and we'll be good to go. Just a defender on the reserves. So I think Bartra would be a very good option for me. So shall we go ahead and look at Bartra? I think we should get another signing going before the end of the episode, guys. And I hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, please do leave a like rating for my first video. That would be absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and search for Bartra. We'll go ahead and scout him further to get all the information because I'm not sure if he's going to be perfect or not. We'll see. Bartra. Let's go ahead and search now. I think he's 22. I think he is. And I think his potential maybe in the middle of the 80s. But any player that's 80 or more at this point, has potential of 80 or more, is pretty good, I think. I'm not going to be going for crazy good young players anymore. We're going to be realistic here. And I think Bartra, you know, he's a realistic target for someone like Arsene Wenger. He would always be looking. There he is. He's 22. Let's see his information. So you can see we don't get all the stats. So I wonder why we saw Zlatan's stats. That's strange, that. I'll ask him to scout. We'll add him to shortlist and we will inquire so we can get a value. I think he's going to be around the 5 million mark, which is okay, I think. The other player I guess we could look at is Subotic, but do I need a player that good when I've got Vermaelen and Monreal? I'm thinking someone young who doesn't mind playing every single game is probably the option. So we'll go for Bartra at the start. Let's go ahead and go forward a bit more here. I think that should be okay if we get Bartra. We should be okay just then to sign a few real youngsters. Marco Bartra, right, 3.5. That's less than I was expecting. We can get rid of these emails here. I think it's cool that you can just delete them now. Yeah. Right, so in response to your recent inquiry, 3.5. Let's see if they would loan. Let's see if they would loan. So if I go for a full season and a future fee of maybe 3 million. He's a sporadic first-team player, you see, so I don't think they'd be too worried about losing a bit on him. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think 3 million is a good price, although In real life, I doubt it. He is one of those players that is looking to be very good as he gets older. Varane would be another good option, but I doubt I'd get him from Real Madrid. And I think a lot of you guys will be like, that's unrealistic, which is probably true. So we're just simulating now. I love the new sim thing. We got an offer for Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't think so. Only 6 million. That is an absolute... How is he only worth 4 million? He'd be worth 20 in real life, wouldn't he? Jesus. Right, loan offer. With the option to buy him at the end of the loan period. We feel the fee involved is fair. That's good. But we're not yet decisive. Okay, so we'll get back to you shortly, they say. We've got the price there. We can get rid of Yilmaz there in the message archive. That's good. I think 3 million is a good price. It's fair. Barcelona seem to be being fair with me right now, which is good to see. So maybe we could go for Bartra and have a little bit of spare cash left over to go for someone like Insigne. Just someone who can play on the left, the right, the middle, as a striker. I think Insigne would be a really, really good purchase as well. So we'll see how much he'll cost as well. Wow, my scouts found a few. First scout report. Here we go, guys. This is the first one. So we've got... Oh, he scouted... Oh, no, it's because I've set him to do that. We've got Oscar Gil. He's a CDM. Got a few here, actually. Medran. Haven't seen this guy before. He's from Real Madrid Castilla. Showing great potential. But do I need a centre midfielder? I really don't at this point. But don't need a goalkeeper. Do I need a left back? Not really with Monreal and Gibbs. I think those guys... let's look at Medran. Let's go ahead and scout him further. Ask him to scout. I think that's okay for now, don't you think, guys? Don't need him. I don't need him. If I was going to get a CDM, I think I'd go for Alex Song. Bring him back to Arsenal. And look, loan to buy decision. Oh! Oh, yes! Oh, we got him. Wait, what? It actually takes the money now. Wow, that's new. So when you do an option to purchase at the end of the loan period, it actually takes the money now. So there's no more glitching. So there we go. We've lost our 3 million. Although it shouldn't be gone yet, right? Because we pay at the end. So there we go. Bartra is a new player. That's exciting. That is very exciting. He's going to be a great signing. So the next one to do before the end of the episode is to search for Insigne and see how much he's going to cost me. Because I think this is the player that Arsenal actually needs. Someone... Maybe we need more height, I don't know, but I'm looking for someone like Insigne because he can play on the left, he can play on the right, and he can play down the middle, which is exactly what Arsenal needs, if you ask me. So let's go ahead and search for him, not scourge. I was going to say scout then. I will send my scout to look at him. I think that's what we should do. We'll use my third scout to do that because he's in the Italian league. So let's see if he'll actually pop up. I think he's got a brother, so there's 2 players that'll pop up. Unless there's someone else. No? So he's 22. Ooh. Okie dokie. He's only got what? He's only got 3-star skills. How? I've seen him do Ronaldo shots, for God's sake. Alright, we'll ask him to scout. Add to my shortlist. He has that special something, you see. And inquire. I think he could be a bit much. But I think for now, guys, that is going to be the end of the first episode. Really hope you've enjoyed it. I know there's not been any gameplay, but this is the beauty of career mode. You have to start off, get your team ready, and in the next episode you'll find out how much Insigne is worth. And maybe if we could hit 3,000 likes, guys, I will upload the next episode as early as possible. But it'll definitely be up by tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like rating, and I'll see you in the next one.